Hello, 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 Facebook family and friends. Hello, YouTube. Hello, hello. How are you all doing on this fabulous Thursday? Okay, so what am I doing? I am going Facebook Live and I am going YouTube Live. Okay, I am doing this thing, you guys. So, good morning, my Facebook family and friends. Good morning to YouTube. If you are here on Facebook, when you join me, I need you to go back to my YouTube page and I need you to like this video and I need you to subscribe, okay? I am trying to work this thing out. But good morning, my Facebook family and friends, and good morning, YouTube. Okay. Let me go ahead and see if I can get some people tagging here because I got something good to talk about today. You all know what today is. Today is Thursday. And what do I do on Thursday? You know, I got my days broken down because God has given me so much to give to the world and be a blessing unto you guys. So what I am doing today, it's Thursday. And what is Thursday? I talk about the DNA. DNA, you guys. Today is for you to get ready for your DNA. Whether you're going to do something this weekend or next week, but plan for your DNA. Most of you like DNA. What in the world is DNA? Wait a minute. I need to find out who my mom and dad is. That ain't my daddy. What is DNA? No, 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 no. What am I talking about? I am talking about DNA. Date night always. Date night always. Okay. So we're going to get into talking about that and why is DNA so important. So when you hear me say DNA, keep in mind I'm talking about date night always. Okay, so when you hear me say DNA, just remember I am talking about date night always. Okay, so I want to give people a few minutes to come on and then I am going to get started. And one thing I like to say always, it's always good that you can go back and view this video. And now that I'm posting it on YouTube, you can go back and look at this video on YouTube, okay? So I wanted to, hello, Miss Michelle. Hi, my sister. So I'm hopping on today. I'm not going to be before you long because this is just more of an introduction of what I am getting into and what I want you to join me in later on down the line and come into my YouTube channel and come into my Facebook Live and discussing and having conversation with me. And eventually my husband, Kenneth Hughes, is going to be on board with this DNA. It's always about a better you. The bigger umbrella of this organization is, first of all, a better you. So, you know, I got the Better You Foundation, but on Mondays, I talk about a better you. And then on Thursday, I go live and talk about DNA. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, Erica. How are you? So what I'm asking everybody to do is to after you watch this live video right now, I am on YouTube live. I am live on YouTube right now. I'm still trying to put together how to use YouTube. So, but I am YouTube live right now. So once you leave this video, please go to my YouTube channel, which you can find me underneath Lachey Hughes. And I got on yellow. So two might pop up, but use the one to say Lachey Hughes, a Better You Foundation DNA, date night always. The YouTube channel is a Better You Foundation DNA, date night always. And I will post that after this. That's the YouTube channel. So I need everybody to please come and subscribe. And we're going to talk a little bit about what is this YouTube channel is going to be all about. We're going to have several things going on with the YouTube channel. We're going to talk about when I go live on Mondays, there's going to be a better you. I'm going to push you into becoming a better you, whether you're becoming a better you and within you, a better you within a relationship, a better you as a business owner, a better you as a mother, you know, a better you as a father, a better you as a sister, a better you as a co-worker. It's all about becoming a better you. But in the midst of that, we also talk about on Thursdays, we will be talking about the DNA, where we're here today to talk about the DNA, date night always. So when you see me YouTube live, you can normally go find any YouTube lives or Facebook lives, I'm either going to be talking about a better you or a DNA date night always. Okay. And when you think of DNA, you may be like, okay, is it all about just dating? No, it's going to be more. My husband is going to be coming on board. We're going to be talking about difficult conversations. We're going to be talking about intimacy. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about dates. We're going to be talking about preparing yourself for your soulmate. Okay, what can you do to be a better you for your soulmate, for your loved one that you're looking for? How can you be a better you, because you want to be prepared for when God do send that soulmate your way. You don't want to wait till you get your soulmate and then now you're trying. No, we can become a better you. And when you work on becoming a better you won't be so focused on trying to make that person be a better person, because it's stored with you, within you. So we're going to jump right into it, okay? And we all know that I talk about DNA date night always, and I come on live just to tell you to prepare for your DNA, okay? But that's not what it's all going to be about. Again, it's going to be about the love language, learning your mate's love language, knowing your own love language, because so many times in life, we want other people to give us certain things and we don't even know what we want ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We want a person to love us a certain way and we're not even loving ourselves a certain way. You know, we want people to treat us a certain way and we're not even treating ourselves that way. We want to be treated like a queen and we're not even treating ourselves like a queen. So it first starts with you. So that's my main goal, that we want to talk about how can you treat yourself and how can you know how to ask someone to love you when you don't even know what you want yourself. Good morning, my auntie. So we're going to get right into it, okay? So the topic that I want to talk about today, what does a date night mean? What does a date night mean? Okay, so this is meaning I'm talking about dating in your relationship as being married, dating and just building a relationship. Okay, a date night is an occasion where a couple dedicates time to be spent together. Dedicate. Did you all hear that? It's a dedication. You have to dedicate time for one another because we're so busy in life these days. We got jobs, we have careers, we have business. So you have to dedicate that time to date one another, to spend time together, usually alone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you go on your date night, that date night is to be alone with you and your date, okay? You and your date. I know you like to kick it with your boys. I know you like to hang with your girls. But when you plan a date night, plan that date night alone with your significant other. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a date night, because I'm planning that. I am planning a date night where it's going to be couples, and they're going to be on a date night. But during that date night, you're going to be at that table with your date. Okay, let me tell y'all something. So this is what I did this weekend, and this is what God is having me do. Okay, let me put this up here. God is having me so I went to eat at a restaurant the other day, me and my husband, and we go on date nights as much as we want to. I mean, we'll find ourselves going maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days a week. Sometimes they're planned and sometimes they're not. So anyway, I was at the table and me and my husband was sitting there and we were just talking. And I don't think it was quite a date. We was kind of like, we had decided at the last minute to go to the show. And then after we left the show, we had to grab something to eat. So as we sitting there, I found that in order for me to really get into this date night and find out, the real, when, get out there and ask people I'll sit back at the table. And I did this by myself one time. I went out to eat by myself. And I just sit back and I was watching the different people that was sitting down eating. Some I could look on the finger and I could see a ring on his finger and I could see a ring on her finger. And some I didn't see a ring at all. So then I saw some girl, two girls sitting down talking, and I see that they was probably on a girls' night out. And so I said, I'm gonna have to get up one day and ask a person, that if I see that they're married, how often do you all date? So I did it the other day. I got up and I went over to a couple that was at the table, and I asked them, I don't mean to bother you or anything, but can I ask you a question? They was very friendly and they said, yes. I said, how long you guys been married? And they said 19 years. I said, another question, how often do you all DNA? They looked at me. I say date. How often do you all date? Date night. She said, oh my God. We've been married for 19 years and we make it where we at least date like twice a week. Our kids are teenagers and we just drop them off at their practice, and we coming on a date while they at practice. And we made our business always do date nights, and that's what keep our marriage going. Where we make it where we take that time off for each other. And I told them, great. So I told them a little bit about my DNA, my date night always. I told them a little bit about what I was researching and why I was asking them these questions, because I'm trying to do some researching on how many people really believe in date night. And then we got to talking about the love language. And I said, another question, and I don't mean to bother you all while you all are eating on your date. They say, no, we love this. Thank you. I said, the love language. She's like, oh my God, me and my husband just got to talking about the love language. And I said, great. I say, do you all believe in the love language? They said, yes, we believe in the love language. I say, yes, I do too. So that was so wonderful to see that I am not, and I know it's many other people out there like me that truly believe in DNA, truly believe in the DNA. So that I want to tell you all that quick story. So that is my purpose and my reason, to make sure that people is applying that to their lives. DNA, applying it to their lives, and also applying the love language to your life. I am seeing a lot of marriages these days, and my heart, I love relationships. I love marriage. I believe in marriages. I believe in relationships. And I just want to make sure that I am doing all I can do to keep the flame going in relationships. Some of the simplest things that we're not doing that can build a relationship and keep their relationship going. And we will be so surprised of how many people do not do date nights. They're so busy in life, or they really don't even know each other no more. Because when I met you 10 or 15, 20 years ago, I'm not even the same person anymore. And you thinking that I have changed. I haven't changed. I'm just not the same 22-year-old woman that when you met me. I was 22 years old. When I married, I was 22 years old. And thank God I'm not the same that I was when I was 22 years old. Okay. So let's get back to it. What does date night mean? A date night is an occasion where couples dedicate time to be spent together, usually alone, with the purpose of reconnecting and bonding. Reconnecting and bonding. A date night usually consists of a main activity such as dinner or a movie, a few activities planned one after another. That right there made me realize that I was on the right track when I said I want to build my DNA facility. I want the DNA to be a place where you can come in, you can have a dinner date night, you can have activity date night, you can have a picnic date night. That is my goal, just doing something, okay? That's it right there. And then speaking of less stress, another benefit of regular date night is increasing intimacy and passion in your marriage. Yes, date night does create intimacy. It does. And it creates passion in your marriage. Let's talk and let's be real. It creates those things. If you're in a marriage with someone and you guys have not been on dates in months and months, and we even know with the COVID that hit that we weren't able to go out, and some people still are not comfortable going out. But what happened? What happened to doing dates at home? Turning on the fireplace or sitting a blanket on the floor and doing a picnic. What happened to those things where let's play a game? During the date night, what me and my husband did during the pandemic time, we loved to go out, but we knew that we couldn't go out. So what we did, we got the Pac-Man game. Yes, I got Pac-Man in my basement, and we was playing Pac-Man at least once or twice a week. We got a hot tub, we got a jacuzzi, and we put a jacuzzi in the backyard. And we made it our business where we would make sure that we get in the jacuzzi at least once or twice a week, get us a glass of wine, go sit out in that jacuzzi and laugh and talk. So we made that possible. We kept the DNA going during this pandemic time. We kept the DNA going. So that's very important to keep that going, but also knowing your mate's love language. So hopefully next week the YouTube channel will be up and going, and my lovely husband Kenneth, he'll be able to join me, and we'll be able to do start our YouTube channel and get to talking about the DNA, the love language, the difficult conversations, all those things, Again, I want to let the whole world know, everybody who's watching Facebook and YouTube, I want you to know, I'm not here because my marriage is perfect. I am here because we strive for our marriage to be perfect. We strive for it to be perfect. Okay? It's not perfect. We have the difficult conversations. I had to learn the love language that my husband was requesting, that he needed. So we're not perfect. So I'm not sitting here on this YouTube channel or this Facebook Live. I don't want no one to think, but one thing we do strive for it to be perfect. So we do things to make it better. We do our DNA. We practice our love language, and it's a daily practice thing. Am I perfect at it all the time? No, I am not, but I strive for it to be perfect. We strive for our marriage to be perfect. So it's okay for you to strive for your marriage to be perfect. I'd rather strive for my marriage to be perfect and not try at all. And a lot of people are not trying. We're not striving. We're not striving for it to be perfect, but if we work on it, some of the things that we disagree on, we can disagree to agree. That's another thing we worked in our marriage, about difficult conversation. We still work on it. So that's what this YouTube channel is going to be all about. So I want you all to prepare for it. We will be doing it real soon. I'm working on a YouTube channel right now. So when we get off of this live, can you please go subscribe to the YouTube channel and share. Okay. So you're probably also well aware of the reasons why date night is important. It fosters communication, increased feelings and intimacy. Again, it does. Decreases the chances of taking each other for granted. It helps. It helps because, and when you go on a date, I'm encouraging everybody, try not. So let me see how I can put this. When you go on a date, try to make the date fun as possible. If you're having problems, communication problems, and you're having financial problems, you're having whatever problems you may be facing, try not to take that on the DNA. Try to focus on the good on the DNA. We can't wipe it out. We can't put a Band-Aid on it and cover it up, but we got to say this DNA is for us to focus on the love that we have for one another, the gratefulness that we have for one another. Have that difficult conversation while you are at home. Do not go have that difficult conversation while you're sitting down eating dinner. Your appetite is going to be spoiled. Do not have that difficult conversation where you're going to go play a game of bowling. That game of bowling is going to turn into not being so much of a fun game. Have that difficult conversation at home, and then plan for your DNA. Okay. And when you go on that DNA, laugh, laugh, laugh. Laughter is like medicine to the soul. Laugh. So I want to encourage someone here. If you have not been on the DNA a long time, and I got some single people on here, and I don't want to just target the single people out, because if you're single, hey, whether you're in a relationship or not, go on a DNA by yourself. Go on by a date by yourself and sit down and just watch the other people and sit down and say, this is what. So when you do get that soulmate, you will be like, hey, I'm used to going on date nights. And now I got somebody to join in with me. Yes, you might be saying, that's going to be lonely. That's going to be so boring going on a date night by myself. Yes, it probably is. But you can sit back and say, this is something I was teaching myself to be a better me. So when I do get that loved one, I do get that soulmate, I can go into it and say, yes, I've always did DNA, and I'm going to continue to do DNA. But you got to know who you are and whose you are before you expect somebody else to know who you are. Okay. So that is my thing. Date nights increases the conversation, it increases the feelings, it increases intimacy. Spending that time together is very important. So I'm going to end this YouTube live, this Facebook live, and I thank everybody for coming on. And I'm so excited about what's about to come. We got some great things coming. I have not forget. I know Yolanda, you said you wanted to be part of the DNA, and being able to take some pictures. I think that was somebody else. Maybe, I'm not for sure, but whoever, if you're on here and you do want to be part of my DNA, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, okay? So you can know, and then we're going to get together. I'm in the midst of setting some wonderful things up so I can be able to have a date night where you can reach out to me and say, hey, I need a picnic date night. Can you set that up for me? I need just an ideal of a date night. Can you brainstorm with me to come up with an idea to do something for a date night? Okay, so you all be blessed. Again, my YouTube channel is A Better You Foundation DNA Date Night Always. You can find me too on a YouTube channel as Lachey Hughes. I will put this up later. But if you go to YouTube and you put in Lachey Hughes, I believe 2 is going to pop up. Look at me at the one that's in the yellow dresses in my book. A Better You, that got the yellow dress on. Or if you was to just put in A Better You Foundation DNA Date Night Always, it will pop up. So please, as soon as you get off this Facebook Live, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, okay? And I look forward to seeing you all again on Monday. I will see you all on Monday. You all have a blessed one and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.